What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and I am coming to you from California, SoCal, where the future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. I don't know if it's that bright moving forward, as the president just announced that all federal funding has been suspended. I'm guessing that negotiation going on with Gavin Newsom and the president didn't go so well. Roll the intro. So welcome on back to TK's Garage. So I've been talking about the Congressional Review Acts, the end of the EV mandate, and all the other stuff that's been going on. And we've been wondering, why hasn't the president signed these yet? It's been sent from the Senate to the president, and he's been sitting on these CRAs for almost 2 weeks. He didn't sign them. Well, we were getting news from the White House, and in case you didn't know, yes, we have a press pass, that the president was in negotiations with the governor of California on a multitude of issues, one of those being emissions and not having to fight this out in court. Now, does the state of California really have any standing? Are they going to win this case concerning Congressional Review Acts? Nope, I don't think they have any standing, and I think it's going to be rapidly accelerated to the Supreme Court, and they're going to tell California to eat the biggest dick of all dicks, and they're going to lose. That said, I think the president just wanted to make a deal for the sake of making a deal. That is his nature. Well, evidently, whatever went on in the conversation on the phone today between the governor of California and the president didn't go well. Yesterday, he was beefing with Elon Musk. Today, he's beefing with Gavin Newsom because the president announced that all, not some, not for this department, that department, maybe this, maybe that, all, A-L-L, spell it loud, all federal funding for the state of California has been suspended. Why is that? Well, it means that Gavin Newsom wasn't able to come to some kind of agreement, and it was probably some bullshit that he wanted to put in that the president wasn't going to go for. And I'm sure it had something to do with his attorney general too, with Rob Bonta or whatever. He went, oh, we got to do, we can't make California smoggy again. It's not going to be smoggy again. I've talked about this so many friggin' times that it would take, just in terms of semi-trucks, right? What did they say? 60 semi-trucks to equal one semi-truck from the 80s in terms of how much emissions they put out. Cars were the same way. What did they say? 96 cars to every one car, or whatever it was, that put out the same emissions from the 80s as they do today. Emissions is not the problem. Greenhouse gases from cars is not the problem. Same amount, yes. Is there a bigger increase in vehicles on the road from, say, 1982 to 2025 in the state of California? By 3%. Yes, there is an increase. But when you look at how much more efficient and how much less emissions these vehicles put out, the levels of smog are zero. Look, I drove in, all right? You can see when the smog is sitting over the valley. I'm old enough to remember coming into California to see the shit in the air, all right? You don't see that anymore. As Gavin Newsom has already admitted on podcasts, on his own podcast, and other podcasts, that the California Air Resource Board has run its course, or maybe they went too far with some of the stuff that they're doing. And we're going to see that in like another month as gas prices go up 70 cents in California. Newsflash, I just had to fill my Ram up at $5.13, and it's going to continue. So add another 70 cents. We're almost at $6. That's insane. And it's not going to get any better. And newsflash for California, I'm here right now. Look, I like to come out here to visit the homie, man. We like to come out here, hang out with OC Motivator when I get time to come out here. But When the feds cut off all funding, that means no DOT work. That means a lot of programs, grants, all the other stuff that the government funds is going to get pulled back. It's going to get rough in California with no federal funding. Best believe that. And California can toot its own horn about it being the 4th largest economy and all this other bullshit. I don't care. Miss me with that. Then if you're the 4th largest economy, then you can afford to pay for everything. Pay for your own roads, pay for your own stuff, do your own thing. Secede if that's what you want to do. Become your own country. I don't see it happening. Anyways, I saw this tweet from the president. I'm going to put that here. So I saw this post from the president, you know, that where the president said this is not like a rumor or something we're talking about. Effective today, the president has issued an order suspending all federal funding to the state of California. This is massive, massive news. I don't know where we go from here. I just think it's insane. To be honest, I think it's crazy. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about the U.S. government suspending federal funds to the state of California? Now, I think this announcement comes out, they do suspend funding to the state of California, and it brings Gavin Newsom back to the table. Gavin Newsom wants to run for president in 2028, okay? He has zero shot if between now and November, before his successor comes in, California goes into a massive downward spiral because of zero federal funding. That's not going to bode well at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what we do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you didn't know, we are doing the giveaway for the Tesla Model S here on the channel. I know, according to what I hear now, liberals and MAGA people both hate Tesla. So I don't know why my camera cut out, but according to what I've heard, both liberal and MAGA both hate Teslas now. So why not get one? We're giving one away on the channel. A P100D Tesla Model S with free supercharging for life and free full self-driving for the entire time you own the vehicle. If that's interesting to you, you can select any of the merch down here on the bottom under this video, which will take you over to the merch site, or you can go to the merch site directly by going to tksgarage.com, picking up something. Every dollar spent, no matter where you spend it on that site, counts as an entry. So good luck. Thank you guys very much for watching. And as always, stay petty, my friends.